Hi, and welcome to my final reflection of IDT 3600. Throughout this course, we've become familiar with the ISTE standards for both students and teachers. These standards for teachers are: facilitate and inspire student learning and creativity, design and develop digital age learning experiences and assessments, model digital age work and learning, promote and model digital citizenship and responsibility, and engage in professional growth and leadership. According to the International Society for Technology and Education, or ISTE, teachers should meet the ISTE standards as they design, implement, and assess learning experiences to engage the students and improve their learning. Additionally, the implementation of these standards will enrich the teacher's practice and serve as a model for students and other colleagues. The first standard is facilitate and inspire student learning and creativity. Concept maps are a great way to model knowledge construction as well as engage students in creative thinking. These skills are found in points A and D of this standard. Similar to concept maps are cartoons, another great way to get students using their imaginations to create new ways to share and record knowledge. Creating concept maps and cartoons gives students a clear visual representation of what they're expected to do. I think these tools should also be used by the teacher to create things that can be added into lessons. Teacher modeling using these tools helps students understand that information can be recorded in many different ways, and their creativity can be put to use in various ways as well. PowerPoint is a presentation tool that can be used by teachers to present, but also by students to reflect. This addresses point C of this standard, in which students are expected to reflect using collaborative tools. PowerPoint can be used as a creative method of sharing, but may also be beneficial to students who may be better with words and the use of finding secondary images than creating their own original images like cartoons. Next, we have design and develop digital age learning experiences and assessments. I have found that web quests are a great way to have a very enriched technology lesson. They can be as little or as much technology rich as the teacher wants, and depending on how they're designed, they can be completed by the student without teacher help. The Zunal website, where web quests are created, is free to use, and they are easy for the teacher to create, making Part A and Part B of this standard easily doable. Video, audio, and other forms of lecture capture tools are also a good way for teachers to design and develop different learning experiences for their students. They can be used for many different purposes, such as leading through a lesson, providing instruction, making tutorials, and sharing information with students, parents, and other teachers. I think these tools are one of the easiest and most simplistic ways to incorporate technology for various purposes. Web 2.0 tools offer a very large variety of learning experiences, which addresses Part C of the standard that discusses the students' diverse learning styles and abilities. I think through using these various tools, there's much to be found that can apply to the ability of all students, regardless of their level or ability. Because so many of these resources exist, I think it would be fairly simple to find a tool that fits in well with each type of lesson. And if one doesn't exist, I'm sure that there's also plenty of resources available through which the teacher can create their own personalized exercise. The next standard is model digital age work and learning. Weebly is a tool that can be used by the teacher to communicate information to students, parents, and other teachers, which addresses Part C of this standard. I think an effective way to do so is to create a classroom blog that students and parents have access to, where class news, events, deadlines, homework, and other information can be shared. More interactive examples include tools such as ClassDojo or Edmodo. These tools can also be used to share information, but they have more hands-on abilities where students and parents can easily communicate back and forth and use them equally. For this reason, these interactive tools cover Part B in addition to Part C of this standard. In regards to Part D of this standard, which addresses the use of tools to support research and learning, I believe web quests are wonderful for this purpose. Their safe and structured format allows students the opportunity to put into practice their research and analysis skills. I believe the structure of web quests and the step-by-step directions is particularly beneficial to young students who are just learning how to accurately research information. Standard 4 is promote and model digital citizenship and responsibility. Email has become one of the main forms of communication today, and I believe it's important for students to learn how it works at a young age. By using email, teachers are addressing point C of this standard and promoting digital etiquette and responsible social interactions. This allows students to gain knowledge on the proper way to hold a conversation over the internet in a more professional manner. Virtual tours allow students the chance to explore other parts of the world from where they're at. Through creating and participating in these tours, the teacher is developing cultural understanding and global awareness, which is included in Part C of this standard. In addition to emailing and taking tours virtually, the teacher can set up video conferences with anyone at any location, which can also contribute to Part C and D of this standard. With the ability to video conference with other teachers and students locally or globally, this can be very beneficial in the development of social etiquette skills and cultural understanding. The last standard is engage in professional growth and leadership. I think one of the best tools that we've learned about in this course that highlights the goal of using digital tools in the classroom is a spreadsheet. There are many different functions and equations that can be performed in a spreadsheet from simply creating a formula. I believe these tools will be very useful for storing grades and student information, recording and monitoring scores and progress, and so much more. I've also found screencasts to be a useful tool in the sharing of instruction or information. Screencasts can be shared between teachers and other professionals as means of communication, which highlights points B and D of this standard, in which teachers are encouraged to develop technology skills of others and contribute back to the teaching community. So by sharing tutorials, lessons, lectures, and more locally and globally between educators, these teachers are able to share and contribute back to their community. Lastly, I think the use of Weebly would cover the same parts of this ISTE standard. Weebly is an excellent tool that can be used to create teacher blogs, share resources, and post news and other new or changing information. And much like a screencast, Weebly can be easily accessed by educators and can serve as a tool to further their learning. In closing, there are many tools, programs, and resources available to both students and teachers that can be used in the classroom to ensure these standards are being met. I look forward to putting the knowledge that I've gained from this course to use. Thank you.